What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen Bee Ink, also known as Elisheba Israel Mrozik, and I am here with a new episode of The Honey Dip, where we dip into ink, culture, community, and connection through the ancient sacred art of tattooing. This series is a little bit different. We're exploring music, cities, Inkspirations, why people got their ink, how important the tattoo experience is for someone. Why is ink a part of your life story? Come on with me as we go and get into people's tattoos. Yo, we are here downtown Nashville talking about ink, tattoos, that is. We are asking people about their ink, why they've got them, what does it mean to them, what's the craziest story you've got. Come on, talk to me about your tattoos. Come right over here, which one you want. So how about you tell me a story about one of your tattoos?
Okay, I got this tattoo on an impulsive decision, and it was Friday the 13th, $13 tattoo, and it's my favorite tattoo, and his name is Jerry.
Jerry the balloon animal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what makes this one your favorite?
Just because I love dogs and I love me a good balloon animal. And it was $13 for a
Hey,
tattoo.
you cannot lose
beat that.
there.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
My name is Amanda, and I have the date to the Lewis and Clark expedition tattooed on my lip.
Listen, let's walk up here. Lewis and Clark, look, she is about discovery, okay? Don't let her tell you any different. That is dope. So tell me why Lewis and Clark specifically?
Because at the time everyone was getting lip tattoos, and I was like, what's the most outrageous one I can think of? And that's what came to mind.
That's what's up. So what's the craziest thing anybody's ever said to you about it?
Well, I was on a podcast for it.
Really?
So it's gotten kind of crazy.
My name is Diamond, and today I'm going to be telling you about my tattoos today. So I'm going to start off with the butterfly semicolon. I'm a very strong believer in suicide awareness, and I like to, spread that because at one point I was in a dark time, but, I put the butterfly as a new beginning for me. I'm very big on the Eye of Ra and Eye of Horus. I'm very big on the Ankh, spirit of life. All lives matter, men, women, all together. I don't look at nobody no differently. I'm a Leo, big fire sign, you know me, yes. I have the death moth right here. I have my son's birthday right here and his zodiac sign on this side.
I see you tatted up over there. So my name is Elisheba, also known as Queen Bee Ink, and I'm doing an art project with Metro Nashville where we're just talking to people about their tattoos, what they mean to them, crazy stories behind them. Would you like to share?
You should show your butterfly.
I'm here, pull it out.
This is their butterfly.
Oh, I love that. Would you mind telling us about any of your tattoos? You don't have to. You don't have to.
Butterfly.
Yeah, could you tell me?
Sure.
Go ahead. What's your
Okay.
name? Say your name for me.
Danica Williams.
Danica Williams. So, Danica, tell me about your ink.
My butterfly covers my heart surgery scar.
Amazing.
People are always like, oh, you're sick, or they would point it out, so I covered it up. Now you can't see it, and it's a butterfly where the body is a heart that's all cracked.
That's beautiful. So this tattoo is not just a chess piece. It is very much something that gives you more confidence and gives you a better, just view of yourself after going through something.
Yes, it sure does.
I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much. Any other stories you'd like to share?
Nope, I got a lot of them.
So, tell me just a little bit about this tattoo particularly and why you decided on the choice of a phoenix and the words "and still I rise."
Okay. So the choice of the phoenix, a little backstory. So first time I saw a phoenix was in Harry Potter. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then when they put it in the movie, and I was like, oh, I like that. And I started to look into it a little more and how it, it's rebirth from the ashes and stuff like that. And as I got older, I was like, I'm gonna get that tattooed on me. And I kept seeing, the mythological creature a lot. And I started to look up what what I want it to look like. And I mean, to be honest, the phoenix is not a beautiful creature, but it can be. Like, I think the meaning behind it is beautiful. I mean, and every meaning is going to be different for somebody else, but I feel like for me, it stands for transformation, like rebirth, and still I rise. That's a Maya Angelou quote, and the connection with the phoenix is like, even though like it dies, you can rise again, basically.
Yes.
So like, no matter what shakes you, breaks you down, whatever you go through life, basically, that's you can rise again, especially out of fire,
Man, and life be making lots of fires.
It
Do it
do.
not?
Yeah, it
Okay. I fully understand that. And yes, when I do phoenix tattoo designs, and I've gotten requests for them a ton over the years, because especially from Black women, and I feel like that is a theme in itself, and pairing it with the Maya Angelou quote, how often Black women have to re-rise and rise and rise again as fires are continuously put in their lives, and how we are charged with the responsibility of always trying to mitigate the damage from those fires, trying to put them out in so many ways. But I try to approach phoenixes from the standpoint of a beautiful bird and altering that beauty to be one that kind of reflects the struggles that the person's been through. So it's still beautiful, but you can see some of that harshness.
Yeah.
And I like what you were saying, how it's not necessarily what you would consider beauty. It's not a peacock, that's prim and proper. It is beautiful due to the struggles, the tribulations, the trials. I love that. I love that. So is there a specific kind of tragedy or things that your particular tattoo represents in itself?
Well, for this particular reason, so like I'm in the military, and I am seeking to become an officer, and I was set to graduate last August, and due to adversity, that did not happen. And I will say that, I mean, it broke me. Like I think Black women deal with a lot of, like, I would say, mental health, and we fight through it, and sometimes it's not recognizable,
right?
Because we keep going. There's like you
don't have a choice.
You can't stop.
Yeah.
But I would say that kind of, I just didn't understand why, and like I know there's some things in my life I won't get an answer why. I still don't know why.
Right.
And basically, because once I finished that program the first time, I was like, I'm gonna get that Phoenix, because it's not an easy program to go through. And I was like, I've been wanting a Phoenix for a while, from other hardship, emotional things that I've gone through and rose through. But I was like, this one's gonna be like that point. I'm gonna get it. And so my goal was to even get it the second time I'm going through the program, was to get it when I graduate. And I supposed to graduate in August.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what, like I am getting a little bit early. That's okay.
That's okay.
Because I'm still, still fighting through it, still going through it. But I feel like this time around, like me going through this program again, because I didn't want to. Initially, I had some very supportive friends in my life that said, hey, just try again. Like maybe this time won't be like the last time. And I also went to therapy as well to try to, get my mental, because I'm going back into the same environment, to be honest, that broke me.
Right.
Yeah, they made a few changes, but it's still like that environment was still not healthy.
Right.
For me. And so the Phoenix, to me, and this journey is going to represent me being resilient, me like being at the what I thought was the bottom, what I thought was over, and graduating this program is gonna be like, yeah, I rose through all that adversity, and I made it happen. And that's what this is gonna represent throughout life, and like, because it's not gonna be like this not gonna be the only thing I have to go through in my life.
And that is the truth. Whew. Oh, that's the truth. No, I love that thought, because it's really just a testimony where memory can falter. Nostalgia can change straight memories without something that really sets the tone to make sure you navigate to why that memory is so important and what it taught you when you need it the most. So I love that sentiment a lot.
Yeah. Maybe in a long-winded answer, but that is.
No. I mean, everything can't be TikTok shorts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything
life is
can't
not
be
TikTok
answered
short.
in however many Twitter characters there are. And I feel like we've gotten so much of that nowadays that people think that it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be packaged for that. And it just ain't. It just ain't. Has your perception of resilience changed since you've gone through this particular struggle?
I would say, like, I always know, I would say the Webster, definition is, resilience is the ability to bounce back, basically. So I always knew that, but like to embody that and to see yourself go through that is, I would say, is different. Like, I've bounced back from, things that I guess that I didn't equate to a struggle as much. And like, that's what some of my friends were like, Mary, you bounced through so much. Like, why is this, why are you weighing so heavy on this one? And I don't have an answer for that. But, so I guess my perception of it and actually being able to fight through my pain and get the resources and help that I needed to help me do that. Yes, I would say yes.
I mean, being able to have the emotional wellness of recognition and cognition that there's things that you need to change, or that there's, help that you need to receive and seek out is major. And I feel like that is missing a lot from a lot of people's lives, understanding that
It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah. Canada!
Yeah.
Yes! Why are you here? In America.
I'm the translator.
Okay. So I just want to know about her tattoos.
She has a big one here that is all the trips that she made.
Trip in
and
family.
All the family. All the
De
family
mes
members,
enfants.
all the children here.
Okay.
Those are the children.
So that's super important to you.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
talking about family. It's talking
Yes.
about your journey and experience.
Ça, c'est pour les 30 ans de ma fille.
The 30-year-old of her daughter. And that one.
C'est mes voyages avec
All the
La
trips,
force.
like the strength of all the
Your journey.
the journey that she did with the trips. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What was your name?
Nashville.
Natalie. Thank you, Natalie. Follow our YouTube and you'll see the video when it
Okay.
comes out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. You too.
Hi, I'm Lori. This one was first. I'm a pancreatic cancer survivor,
Oh, okay. Awesome.
so that is my survivor one. And then this is I'm not real girly, so she's half dead and half alive. I'm a Leo, so that's a lion's skull. And then the roses, because I overcame pancreatic cancer.
Yes. See, I love this because again, tattoos can really just tell somebody's life story. It gives you strength.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Congratulations
Thank
on
you very
surviving
much.
pancreatic
Thank you.
cancer. I'm close to cancer. My mom had cancer.
Yes.
You know, so I always applaud fighters.
Thank you.
Beautiful. David, nice to meet you, David. I am Queen Bee Inc. and I am doing a story with Metro Arts, sponsored by Metro Arts, all about tattoos and the stories behind them and the people behind them. Why are they important? Any funny or crazy stories? And what do they mean to you? Why did you spend real hard-earned money to mark your skin?
I got you. So, you want to show the camera?
Absolutely.
All right. So right here, I have my mom's EKG. This is her old heartbeat, and this is her new heartbeat. But it pairs up with the I am greater than I was. So 10 years ago, my mother had a heart transplant, and so it ended up, that affected our lives real hard, and it was a burden on the family. Not a burden, it was a blessing really, but the hardships kind of at the time seemed real stressful. But as time has progressed, I realized how the Lord has blessed us and our family, how we've made it through so much. And I was like, the least I could do is get some ink on my arm, on my body, to dedicate my love for my mother.
And remember
she's done
that
so
struggle.
much for me.
Absolutely.
And that's a part of my story. Because your skin
Absolutely.
your body is your temple. And I want to tell my story in other ways other than verbally. And that was my way of doing it. I express myself through my tattoos.
Okay. Tell me about your tattoos.
So I got my first tattoo when I was 19 years old. All right, my mom and them told me I couldn't get it till I got out of their house. And I pulled up on One Drop Ink. It was on Jefferson, right above the NAACP office.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you was in there. You was kind of new in the game, but not always new. But you know what
I was
I'm saying?
pretty new back
You was
then.
pretty new. And you was like telling me that I had skepticism about getting my skin tatted. And you told me you could tat well on dark skin. And so I told you what I wanted, and you actually didn't even draw a stencil. You just freehanded it on my skin.
Oh, freehand.
I don't know if you remember this.
Oh my goodness,
Slide in
that
the
is a
world.
long time
Had to do
ago.
2 sessions
Wow.
for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's my first. So yeah, it's my favorite tattoo. It's like yeah. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Show the camera one more time.
Yeah.
Look, 14 years of tattooing in the game. I am always so honored to have people walk around with my work on their bodies.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Hey, much love.
It's good to see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you like that you have like walking murals? that you've
Oh
done?
yeah, I love it. Like I've gotten to meet people from all over the world and hear their stories, and people go telling my story around. I've run into people in places and they're like, "Wait, you're so and so? That's so awesome! My friend got a tattoo from you back like 10 years ago, and they loved it, and they talk about it all the time."
Mm-hmm.
And that's just really cool to be able to have an impact on somebody's existence that they're always going to have.
Yeah.
And so it's super important for me to offer an experience that people will remember and enjoy when they think about their tattoo or they see it.
Yeah.
They aren't just like, man, this dude he was an asshole the whole time, or, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable in that space, or, you know, I like the tattoo, but I don't know if it was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
And I've heard that a lot, you know, because a lot of times when it's art, right? And it's something people have drawn, and sometimes people are close to the designs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. I am an artist. I get feeling some type of way if somebody says they don't particularly like something.
Mm-hmm.
But too often, people will have an attitude that they have to make a change to a design. And there are people who get over the top nitpicky about things, and you're just like, none of this is going to change the tattoo. But sometimes people just want something a different way, and you have to be able to just take that.
You're talking about the artist needs to get, yeah. What does it do? It's going on their body.
It's the service industry, and a lot of people, I feel like, kind of forget that.
Yeah.
You gotta deliver the service. Now, if somebody's like, you do anything you want, that's one thing, but they still need to agree that this is really awesome and they like it.
Yeah.
So it's a rock and a hard place. Definitely sometimes. But I get it because I felt the kind of way. But I've been at this point, if people send me references or explain to me what they want, and if they come to me and waited all the damn time to come to me, they know what my art looks like. And so most of the time I don't have a ton of changes to make. Sometimes I might spell a name and, you know, they want it spelled a little different if they didn't write it down or something, or maybe like this one young lady, she had her head tattooed, and the first design, it was a dope design, but she was like, you know, I don't just think it's for me. And it's cool. So we sat back down and we reworked her design, and we got one that she loves, and so she sports a whole head and she's happy with the experience. And it just took me an extra 30 minutes or so to rework it into something else. And that one was a bit difficult too, because she couldn't explain exactly what she wanted, but when she saw it, she knew. Right? And so that kind of thing, that's kind of an empathy thing too. Like, can you work with people on an empathetic level to try to understand what they're trying to visualize, and then use your skill and the style that you love to make it happen.
My name's Shay Curry.
Awesome. So just tell me about your ink.
So I have an elephant because I love elephants. And then this one's from my mom. She passed away when I was young. So it says, "How soon forever arrives." My favorite one's on my back.
Ooh, back piece. Oh, beautiful.
And that one's a Grateful Dead song. It's called Scarlet Begonias.
Hey.
And it says, "She wore scarlet begonias tucked into her curls because I knew right away she was not like other girls." So
I
tucked
love
into
it.
my curls because I'm not like other girls.
That's it. I love that. Thank you so much. Is there any kind of special story behind the kind of quilted pattern that you have?
No, I actually went to my tattoo artist and I was like, I want an Indian elephant because I think they're so beautiful and cool, and like the story behind elephants is amazing. And I was like, the rest of my arm, have fun. I think that's the best thing when you go to a tattoo artist, is to tell them have fun, because I don't have an artistic mind like that.
Right.
So a lot of times if you leave it open and research your tattoo artist.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Cover-ups cost more, people.
You have no idea. So I had this covered up, so that's true. But I think like letting them have their artistic mind, they really play with it.
Amazing.
So she did like, this is all individual dots.
Ah, stippling.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So she was like, I've always wanted to try this, and she was like, I really love filigree. So like we just had fun with it, and it was really fun. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
No
I just
problem.
have to say that working with your artist is imperative. Find the
Yes.
right artist for
Absolutely.
you, talk to them about your ideas, and then let them do their thing.
Yes. And I think too, like I think one thing that people don't realize when you have larger tattoos is no matter where you are or what you do, they're going to ask you about them. I'm a trauma nurse, so I would have guys come in with gunshot wounds, literally actively dying on me, and they'd be like, "Where'd you get your ink?" Like, are you kidding me right now, man?
Listen.
You need to try to breathe, man. You know?
Good ink can be life-saving.
Yes, but still, they will ask you questions about it all the time. They'll shout you out wherever you are, like, "Hey, nice arm," or "Where did you get how long did it take? How much did it cost?" Like,
did it hurt?
Did it hurt? No.
No.
Needles going into my arm didn't hurt. So the same questions all the time, but it's really cool.
That's so awesome. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
your time. Tell me about your tattoo.
My name is Lauren, and this tattoo I got after my first miscarriage.
Amazing. Okay.
So it's my first start.
Super important to you.
Very important to me.
What do you think about when you see this tattoo?
My whole universe.
Well, I am so glad you shared that with me. And see, this is why we're doing this project. A lot of people still think that tattoos are this thing that they aren't, and how important they can be to people. I really appreciate you sharing that story with me.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Hey, Abby. So, if you had to sum up your entire life journey into a tattoo, what would it be?
So this one is God is greater than the highs and lows. and I put it on my left arm because it's a reminder that whatever you're going through, you know, you look down when you're disappointed. So I look down and see that God is greater than the highs and lows. And then this one, I'm a firefighter, so Isaiah 43:2 is when you walk through fire, you shall not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze.
Okay, that's a word, okay? Thank you so much. So let me ask you this. Being a firefighter, snaps, first of all. What do you, when you first went and got this tattoo, was it specifically to combine the job that you had? Were you already a firefighter at first when you got it?
Yes, I was, and I actually designed this tattoo.
Okay.
So.
I love it. I love it. Thank
you
so much. Tell me anything about your ink.
So this tattoo is one that, honestly, I just came up with the design for it, but each of the flowers covers up a scar, as I am a recovering heroin addict, and each of these covers up a scar that I didn't want to have to explain anymore. And so it's very important to me. This one, I have the identical one with my husband, and this is a tattoo that represents mindfulness of how we are in the middle. We have a past, we have a present, and all of this is happening around us, but we are the center, and we don't have to actually participate in anything that we don't choose to.
I love that. And thank you for sharing that story with me. I really think that it's important for people to understand, and that's why we're doing this project, how important tattoos can be to somebody's recovery or to their moving forward and through struggles and pain.
Each tattoo that I have is a particular point in my life that I want to remember, or I want to move past, or I want to be part of me. So
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Wonderful day. Absolutely. What does this tattoo itself and the process of getting tattooed mean to you in terms of like personal development?
In terms of personal development, this is a symbol of hope. It can be a symbol of just like a reflection, a memory, and getting a tattoo by this beautiful black woman, and me being a black woman, that is a lot for me. So it's all coming together the way I envision it.
Cameras too.
Not so much the cameras. I didn't think I was gonna be talking as much as I do now, but yeah, like a tattoo is painful, and although I do have a little bit of numbing cream on me, I can still feel it. And so it's just a reminder of this pain is temporary. And growth pains are temporary. You get to those levels where you want to be, and just get through it. Basically, this is just gonna be a symbol of you can grow through it, and it's just gonna be permanent.
It's on there, honey. I can only put them on. I can't take them off. I tell people, look, it's a one-way street.
Permanent symbol of rebirth and transformation, and the memory of me going through fire but making it through it, rising above it.
Wow, resilience, journeys of resilience. Mary and her phoenix tattoo symbolizing her rebirth and her growth. The young lady who overcame an addiction to lead and live a full and productive life and have happiness. We all go through journeys of resilience when we're faced with struggles, and ink can be that therapeutic healing tool that helps us make it through. This has been another episode of The Honey Dip, Music City Inspirations. I'll see you on the next one.